Morning, everyone. It's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So don't worry, guys, I'm still here. We've just got this spring snowstorm that's sort of happened here. And for the last 2 days, I've been sort of nursing a dog that actually hasn't been feeling too well, but he looks like he's out and about this morning and not doing too bad. So the videos sort of had to take a back seat for a little bit. So we were just about to take our walk for the morning and see how that goes. But in between the dog resting and getting better, I've been basically planting in between, so we've gotten quite a bit of planting done. So as you can see, the other two are looking at me here, telling me it's time to go for a walk, so I'd better do that. Let's go, everybody. So, believe it or not, the snow's actually starting to dissipate. I can walk in, lower cut boots. I don't have to worry about so much snow, but it just went crazy last night. We couldn't even see down the driveway. There was so much snow. But we are starting to see progress. I can see my rocks now, so this is good. And surprisingly, the spring flooding report is looking good because our snow is actually melting slower than what was originally anticipated. So this is a good thing. So slowly but surely, everything is changing. You can see how much snow has clung onto the back 40 greenhouse back there. It's been a really crazy winter, guys, and because it's still snowing here on and off, we're still expected to receive more snow. It's going to be a really late planting season here this year. This time last year, I had almost full-size plants, but this year, in terms of seed going into the ground, it's going to be late. Going into April with snow on the ground is really late. Well, the birds are out singing this morning, so this is good. This is this heavy kind of snow that you can throw snowballs with, but the trees are marvelous. You can see how much snow is sitting on the branches this morning. Just unbelievable. I don't know if I'm ever going to get rid of the snow. Just crazy. So just behind the rock here, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but the wild bushes that are behind here, the majority of them are Saskatoon berries. So we get quite a lot of wild fruit that grows that we're able to pick from. So we have Saskatoon berries mixed in here, along with wild plums, which I still have a bunch of wild plum jam from 2 years ago. We didn't actually set fruit last summer because it was so dry, but a lot of this is all natural fruit in the back here, down by the pond. And so we're able to pick a lot of fruit just from simply coming out and harvesting it out of the woods here. I'm able to finally get up to the greenhouse, and you can just see the snow is just trapped onto the netting here all the way down. It almost looks like I have a greenhouse cover over it, doesn't it? Lots of work still to do. I could get to it if it would just stop snowing, but it's not giving me a break here. I was going to take a picture of me skating on this, but it's actually gone down right to the ground, so the blades of grass are sticking through, and I didn't think that would be such a good video with me falling on my face, so I didn't do it. So I'll just show you what we've been up to in the greenhouse, and then I'm going to go have a coffee. 1.4. So it's quite chilly in here this morning, but yesterday it was almost 90 degrees in here, so I will show you what we've been up to. I'm just going to turn around. Put some lights on in here for you guys. Okay, so what we've been up to is this. So you can see we started out with all the flats here on the table. And like I said, in between looking after the dog and making sure he was okay, I was running down here and planting. So we've got quite a bit of plants that have been planted here. You name it, we got it so far. I'm really not done at all, but this is so far, this is all I could get done just because I haven't had the opportunity to stop and just say, okay, I'm doing a whole day's, worth of planting. So guys, we've got peppers, we've got tomatoes, we've got lettuce. What else do I have in here? Fava beans, basil, trying to go through some of these. Mint, we've got fennel, kidney beans. I've got a very cool, bright pink cherry tomato that I came across speaking to some of the breeders that I've been talking to, and a ruby red one that I'm really excited to introduce to you guys this year. So you'll be seeing those grow out. We've got soy, we've got celeriac, we've got peanuts, of course. Those are my favorite. Rosemary, we've got black turtle beans, we've got celery, purple barley, we've got hulless oats, we've got African beans, our purple prairie bean, which I can't wait to show you, which is really pretty. Italian peppers, oh my goodness, what else do I have? Cabbage. So the list goes on and on and on. So we're definitely not done yet planting, and all of these will be planted out. And I'm gonna be trying to keep it where we're gonna plant by the species name. That way there's not gonna be, we're gonna try and cut down on any kind of cross-pollination. I'm gonna try and use a lot of self-pollinators in here, but if there's any cross-pollinators, we're gonna try and move them around outside to make sure that they have some distance in between them. I've planted actually a really cool Palestine watermelon that I can't wait to try. So there are some things here that I haven't grown before, but I'm really excited to try. And if they do succeed, then we'll definitely be saving seeds from them. But once again, they're going to be self-pollinators or not necessarily planted with other things that can cross with them. So it has been busy, guys. The last 3 days have just been crazy, but just wanted to show you what I've been up to. And once again, I apologize for not being able to get to putting up some videos, but I just didn't have an opportunity in between everything that was going on. So we have lots of stuff now going on in the garden. We've got, of course, our garlic has come up really nicely for the spring garlic. We've got our green bunching onions that have finally started to poke through. We've got our lettuce that's finally starting to come through. And then if we move over, I can see bits and pieces of beets. And we also have, just here, I don't know if you can see that, but there is actually broccoli sprouting up in here as well. So it's probably a little hard to see because the light is really bad this morning. But so we're getting there, guys. The rest of the plants, of course, it's so dark in here, are all covered up. I've also started seeds, of course, over on some of the little towers here. So we've got a ton of seeds sitting in here. And of course, like I said, they're sitting on heat mats. So as you can see in here, we've got some seeds already starting. Oh, we've got some stuff going on in here. And here, some of these are freshly planted, but I don't know. These are, if I can get close enough, are the potatoes that are planted from seed. So, not the tubers, just from the seed. Strict potato seed. So they do take a bit longer, guys, but it is definitely worth the wait. These are just going to be the regular sort of red potatoes. So they'll take 110 days to grow. I have that as long as I can keep them sort of around the greenhouse. So in this tray now, we've got hollyhocks that are coming up. We have got a vine peach melon, which is going to be kind of cool. I've got peppers and everything in here too, but they haven't come up yet. And of course, here we have the sunflowers starting to come through as well. So everything is just taking its time, but it's getting there. The horseradish is making progress, as you can see. Got the secondary one now starting to come through. Let's see. This one's the purple jalapeno peppers. So they are thriving down in here. And of course, the strawberries are all starting to pop out now. I just have to get to cleaning the bed, so that will be taking place over the next couple of days. They're really starting to show now, so I'm excited about getting strawberries. It's kind of nice because these ones will bloom before the other ones outside, so I'll have a rolling crop of strawberries, so that's good. But it definitely needs a cleanup in here. These are walking onions. I'm just gonna place them in here, let them do their thing, and then, you know, divide them and move them and that kind of thing. But it's definitely, everything's happy in here. So guys, we're gonna keep the video short. I just wanted to show you that we are super busy here at Not a Real Farm, in between, you know, looking after a sick dog and then making sure that we're getting our seeds in the ground on time. And of course, I still have full-size plants in the house and big planters that I still have to bring down, and those will be coming down on Friday and being planted out because we're finally getting double-digit temperatures. This has been a really long winter, and I'm afraid that this year planting season has started late, and it's not necessarily a great thing because you need as much grow time as possible. So anything that I put outside is now going to have to be at least 60 days. 60, 65 if I'm pushing it. If we don't put anything in the ground outside until May, because that's guaranteed when there's no frost, then we're definitely going to be pushing it for keeping stuff outside. So it's going to have to be short season plants outside that I grow. So anything that needs a longer time frame in terms of growing is all going to have to go in here. Anyways, it's coffee time, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please post them below. Or hey, give me a thumbs up. Glad I'm back. See you soon.